to see whether Herman can sail his way through to the next round. Six-time Grand Slam champion Ѓоковиќ. And so good that he is now won all 13 matches against players inside the top 10 since Andy Murray beat him at the US Open final last
Fabio
year.
Foњini won the toss and elected to receive.
World
Time.
Tour final crown to his
Prepare to
name.
play, please.
Third straight Australian Open title to his name. Sun sets to fade. Action to come here also. But there's going to be a little bit of a gap depending on simply how long this match lasts for. But James Blake against Joe Wilfried Tsonga is the final men's game to happen on here. If you are just joining us, Marty Fish took on Bobby Reynolds to kick us off earlier on this morning. Marty Fish coming through that in 3 sets. And Andy Murray, as I've mentioned, against Evgeny Donskoy. We've had a little bit of a gap because Carlos Suarez Navarro and Maria Sharapova have been going at it on this court. Head to head.
Ďokovиć
coming through. And now it's time for those that have paid the money to sit on this court today. They've already seen Murray in action. And now Ďokovиć.
Ready.
He will serve. And here we go.
Play.
Ďokovic's points, and a fine points already in the opening stages. Smile on the face of the world
15.
number one. Is this a sign of things to come? Fognini will know Ďokovic's game so well. Times that they practiced together. It was John Isner in a third set tiebreaker. He lost to in the semi-finals here last year. Takes in the play already. Ďokovиć. He beat Marty Fish in the final in 2008. Rafael Nadal in 2011. Lost to Nadal in 2007 in the final. 2009 he made the quarterfinals, lost to Roddick. So he likes this competition, and Ďokovиć takes the first game in 3 minutes or so.
First game.
Fognini was interested in maybe making a challenge. It's probably wise not to. Absolutely nailed on the line. Temperature's a lot cooler now in the shadows. And Murray was out here before, and Marty Fish. Some beating down on the court.
Fabio, Foњини to serve.
Foњini is an interesting character. So he wears his heart on his sleeve. Too long from Foњini. First meeting between these two actually in 2009 came in a Masters 1000 series event. That was out in Shanghai. On the harder courts, Ďoković breezed past his opponent 6-3, 6-1. Ďoković well on top here. Three break points already in the first service game for Foњini. Such a cool character. Novak Ďoković. Years has been involved in some of the greatest matches that have ever taken place.
Ďoković
makes the breakthrough and takes the game, leading now 2 games to love.
Ďoković leads by
Exactly the start that the world number 1 was in search of. It's been seen on site, certainly today, practicing. Spaced nearby. There'll be some courts around there, so we're just staying out of the way of
15 long.
The build-up. But he loves being involved in it. So I played very controlled volley from Ďoković.
Third to love. Ball to love. Ďoković.
Well, it's also simple at the moment for Novak Ďoković. A game that is lasted just over a minute, 70 seconds in fact. Sees now Ďoković take a 3-love lead and in total control. Ďoković now into his 71st week as number 1 in the Emirates ATP rankings. Go a long way to knock off Roger Federer, who's at the top of a list of players who spend the most weeks at number 1, 302 incredibly. Yeah. More than the likes of Sampras and Lendl and Connors and McEnroe, Borg, Nadal. 4. Two-time winners so far on the World Tour this year. David Ferrer, it's one of those. Rafael Nadal coming back into form. Michel Gasquet as well.
Time.
They might have Elvis Presley playing on the PA system. It's Fabio Fognini, who's all shook up at the moment by Novak Djokovic's blistering start.
15 long. Third long. Lat. First service.
It was a rather close affair when these two met at Wimbledon back in the summer for the London Olympics. Fognini, in fact, haven't taken the first set in that match, but Djokovic came back and sealed his place in the next round, final round of 32 it was. He's not giving Fognini a sniff here at all, is he? So the bright start to the year, though, was Fognini. Semi-finals in Acapulco and quarter-finals in Buenos Aires. The problem is that David Ferrer has been in the way of further progression in both of those events. Break point again for Ďoković here. Oh, well played. I think even the great man will acknowledge such a rapid return here from Fognini. Well, Ďoković is one of the quickest players around. Such agility. It's frightening at times. Fognini knew straight away, didn't he? The break point. Ďoković, who races into a 4-love lead. This could be over in no time.
Ďoković leads 4 games to none.
Fabio Fognini simply has no answer at the moment. Quoted as saying that his coaches have not been totally happy with all of his off-court activities.
15 all.
So really in 2007, such a breakthrough it was. Reaching the finals and making it to the top 10 for the first time. He's not looked back since, has he? On his favourite surface. He's playing his best tennis at the start of the year is simply because he's playing on the harder courts. The reason why he's been so successful, especially in Australia. Showing himself here at Indian Wells as well.
40-15. Thank you, Bogal. There is a ball this side here. Left. First service.
Likes his basketball. Novak Ѓоковиќ in his time here in Los Angeles, he's been shooting hoops with the LA Lakers.
Again, Ѓоковić.
5-love. Perfect ace.
Ѓоковić leads by 5 games to love.
5 games to love, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of fight back from Fabio Foņini here. We just take note of what has flashed before him and focus on the second set now. As I mentioned earlier on the coverage, it's fantastic to see all 4 of the top superstars of tennis all back in one big major tournament. Federer, Murray, Nadal and Novak Ďoković together. Nadal coming back incredibly strongly. There is horrid time out on the sidelines with a knee problem. Fabio Foņini hasn't turned up yet. He's been blown away by Ďoković.
Time.
That's one of 4 Italians ranked in the top 75 of the rankings. Italian number 2 behind Andrea Seppi.
Sit quickly, please. Thank you.
Doesn't have a great record against top 10 opponents, however. He's only won once. And that came against Nicolas Verdasco in 2010 at Wimbledon. Barring something special here, he'll be waiting a little bit longer as well. Love 5 on serve here for Foņini.
Love 15. Mr. Foņini is on the court, the left.
It's going to be a challenge here. Just be a desperate challenge. Oh, dear.
Love 13. Mr. Foņini has 2 challenges remaining. love both.
Vicious forehand from Fognini, but beyond. Points here for Ѓokovиќ. Well, that has to be possibly one of the quickest first sets I've ever had the pleasure of covering. Novak Ďokovиć taking his 6th love in what, just short of 20 minutes. Extraordinary. And Fabio Fognini looks like a player. Looks already beaten as soon as he came out on court. This is easy, if there is such a thing, for Novak Ďoković. First serve points won, 100%. 6 winners, the unforced error count into double figures for Fognini. But that was as quick as you like. Novak Ďoković isn't even out of first gear yet. I even think he's broken an ounce of sweat as well. He's really even been made to work that hard by Fognini, and there are times when players do come out against the top players. It's that psychological barrier that they need to get beyond. Already beaten before they come out. Novak Ďoković putting Fabio Fognini to the sword. Start of the second set then. Fognini needs to arrive here at Indian Wells.
15 round.
Ģokovиć Sunger up next against James Blake, a wild card from the United States.
Well,
I mentioned that these two do practice together. This is like a practice match so far for the world number one. Oh no.
30 all.
Something like a man from Belgrade.
Second service.
Too good from Ѓоковиќ. Pulling Foњini. And puppets pulling those strings. Go this way, we'll go that way.
Game Ѓоковić, new ball split.
It's a wick a little bit there, Novak Ďoković, but he comes through.
First game, second set.
This game, under his belt. It's a beautiful setting here in California on what has been an absolutely glorious day. The sun just starting to descend behind the mountains. Crowd, you can sense they're just getting behind Fabio Foņini here, and they want to see a contest.
Lat for service.
James Blake and Joe Wilfried Songa will kick off the evening session. Oh, not quite, but that was better from Foņini. But Novak Ďoković is just simply Novak Ďoković, and
15 all.
if there's anybody more agile around a court, skidding and sliding all over the place, Ďoković. Incredible. Well played. Too hard to handle on the forehand side. He can get terrific power. Foņini, it's a rather sort of lazy look about him at times, isn't there? But he can certainly produce the firepower. For the first time in this match, Foņini has game points.
40-13.
That's Foņini with his first game.
One game on.
Sounding like he's just won the match. At least for his sake, it won't be a complete whitewash. Ďoković dropping his first game. do sense at times when the rallies are getting into a later stage. Ѓokovиќ will be the man that comes out on top.
Too long. Too long.
Perfect from Ѓokovиќ, right down the middle.
First service.
It's too good. That is too good. Ѓokovic's dangerous forehand side and just nudges himself back into the lead. 2 games to 1.
The ATP World Tour's greatest players, the WTA's top stars, come together for a high-powered showdown in one of the biggest and most prestigious events of the year. It's the PNB Petroleum Open in Indian Wells. That's the thrill of any drama in the desert as the pros chase one of the most coveted titles in tennis. The PNB Petroleum Open in Indian Wells. Live coverage daily at 1:30 p.m. on Tennis Channel.
Stop by the Bulletin tent in the Tennis Garden Village next to the shade structure. Spin the wheel to win a free pair of binoculars or get a big discount on one of these fantastic watches. Be sure to take a look at the Precisionist chronograph. It is the world's most accurate watch with the continuously sweeping second hand. Bulletin will help the punctual fan get where they need to go on time. The official timekeeper of the B&B Paribas Open.
Time.
He's been talking about his goals for 2013. Novak Ďoković. Absolute 100% number 1 goal is success in Paris. It's the only tournament he has set his priorities on winning. There is a certain Spaniard back.
Love 15.
However, on the scene. There's an excellent record at Roland Garros. It's the Grand Slam that he's never won. It's long. That's incredible.
15 all.
I don't even think he can believe what's just happened there. I think either his lovely lady can as well. It's like a simple volley. He can keep on working Fognini into the errors. Swap play from Fognini. It's a really good forehand side. Ďokovиќ on the stretch.
Mr. Ďokovиќ is on the court, the right.
Ďokovиć looks pretty certain that this is out. What does Hawkeye tell us? It would be wrong that it is in.
Stands 4-3-13. Mr. Ďokovиć has
point.
2 challenges.
Not quite from Ďokovиć. Fognini gets the game. In this arena. The sounds are the cheers for Fognini. 2 games all. Where's this come from?
Wait, please. Coalition coaching, 1 in Fognini.
He's been here, I think, for maybe being communication with coaches.
Fabio.
He's not happy with the officials.
Coalition, 1 in Fognini.
Communication's been had with Jose Perlas. Be careful that
15 long.
his protestations don't lead to more. Still muttering to himself, arguing with himself. Just going to focus on what is happening in front now. He's an animated character, certainly on court. Ďokovиć could meet Andy Murray in the semi-final stages. Potential also for Murray to face Federer.
Game Ѓokovиќ. Which leads by 3 games to 2.
And the game continues to run to Foњini here. Ѓokovиќ will go and just sit down and focus on the job at hand.
Lui non ha detto vamos.
¿De qué? ¿De qué sirve quitarme esta mierda de móvil? Dímelo. ¿A qué sirve?
Perché?
Against Aljaž Paden in straight sets.
Perché fa?
Che faccio?
Perché
The
parla con lui,
opening round of matches.
parla con lui per fermare la gocca.
He's not happy, I think, just simply because he's been given a warning by our chair umpire for communication with the coach's area where his coach, Pelas, is situated.
Time.
So Ďokovиć sets 3-2 up. That's Foњini on serve. Oh, just about in the corner from the Italian.
15 long.
This was tight, certainly. But opted to go the narrow side. Ďokovиć opted to leave. Ďokovиć in a little bit of bother here for the first time tonight.
30 long.
He can hold on here. Put it all alive for him, but if Ďokovиć was to steal the game, definitely looking at curtains.
Game Ďokovиć.
There it is for Ďokovиć.
Ďokovиć leads by 4 games to 2.
It's the killer break. And they all know as Noel. Doesn't look like challenging at all. Fabio Foњini. Just a little too hasty there. Ѓokovиќ in looking to secure the point. Far too much power. And again. To his own errors here, Novak Ďoković, that he finds himself a love 30. Sniff of a route back into this for Foņini. Again from Ďoković. Points for Foņini. Where's this come from? From 3 then to 2.
15 quarter.
With the ace. It's long and Foņini has a break back. Ďoković making hard work of that. And it's been broken for the first time tonight. Everybody here today should have enjoyed themselves. They've certainly had their money's worth.
Time.
Ďoković then. He's nearly there. He just made it a little bit difficult for himself in that last game. Foņini a route back in. Like call.
Mr. Foņini challenged at the right baseline. The ball
surprise there from Foņini. Okay, will tell us that it was correctly judged to be out.
Love 15. Mr. Foņini has 2 challenges.
Challenge anyhow. After the high court season, the European clay court campaign gets underway, and before you know it, his main priority will be upon him in trying to claim the Roland Garros crown. Side of the line from Foņini, and he had Ďoković in a little bit of trouble there.
15-13.
It's a slight slip from the Serbian. Only the net for Ѓоковиќ. Far more of a contest this second set than the flashing by first. That's a great first serve. So quick, so pacey.
14-13.
Ѓоковić couldn't react in time. Hitting back a juice now.
Deuce. Advantage Ѓоковić.
So having conceded a serve, an opportunity to take one back off Foņini here for Ѓoković. And if so, he claims his point. So for the match.
Deuce. Advantage Foņini.
Slight slip in favour of Foņini. Ďoković seems okay, drawing it at 4 each now. Ďoković with the break points.
4 games off.
Made it 5-3.
Love 15.
A lot more even now in the second set. That comparison to the first, Foņini just 6 points won.
Latch first service.
For the risk, can only find the net for Ďoković.
Love 13.
just a little long. A challenge will be made by Fognini. He finds himself at love 30 here. In a great position. Oh, it's in! Unbelievable! The point will be replayed. Quite sensational how fine a line it can be. After all that, Ѓokovиќ comes back on the front foot with some punishing forehands, making sure he's back in this. It's out. What a return that was from Ѓokovиќ, though.
Novak. Again,
Ѓokovиќ manages to make sure that he is within one of going through to the third round.
Ѓokoviќ leads by
5 games to 4. He is in front now.
The baseline. Do it here.
For the nose? T-shirt for the nose. Maybe they have a bump. Right here. Right there, right there. Thank you.
Kids, 1 game ball change. Time.
Still very warm in California as the evening draws in further. Coolish temperatures. Cooler than earlier on, obviously, in the day, but heat on Fognini here, certainly, as he's staring at the exit doors
15 long.
of this competition.
On.
Well played, Fognini. Saw that Ѓokovиќ was miles off court and had so much to play with. Ѓokovиќ just 2 points away. It's a brilliant point, which Ѓokovиќ comes out on top of, and it means he has match point.
30-14.
After absolutely blitzing Fognini away in the first set, bang on an hour, we're still going. Looked as though this match could have been over in no time. Fognini's put up a fight. He's had to.
For service.
Oh, unlucky. This will definitely be challenged.
At the left far side line. The ball's gone out.
Yeah, it's in.
Ball is overturned. Advantage Fognini.
It's not going down without a fight. Levels it up at 5 games each. He's saved 1 match point.
5 games on.
Great response. Didn't look interested in the first set at all, Fabio Fognini. Ѓokovиќ at times hasn't helped himself in the way that he's approached certain points. 5 games all.
Love 15.
Determined to stay in that corner.
15 all. Thirty 15.
Long from Ďokovиć.
Celliot.
Points is Fognini's. People actually thinking that this could be a 3-set match.
Yes, already. Thank you. Thank you.
Who knows? Break points for the Italian. See, the ascendancy was with him. Backhand side. The look says it all. There's a chance. Back to Juice and Ѓokovиќ looking for some magic here. Rather lazy team.
Advantage Fognini.
Tired attempt, wasn't it, from Novak Ďokovиć? Certainly unlike what we have seen for much of this match. Break point again for Fognini. There is a break of serve and nobody saw coming. Fabio Fognini will serve for the second set.
He leads by 6 games to 5.
6 games to 5, he leads Novak Ďoković.
Hey everybody, I'm here along the Broadway Palms just inside the north gates of the tennis court in front of Jeffrey Scott Fine Magnetics.
For the 11th consecutive year, we designed an exclusive players bracelet for the gentlemen and ladies of the ATP and WTA Tours. So I invite all of the spectators to stop by our location on the Broadway Palms and come and see the year's designs.
Just across from Jeffrey Scott Fine Magnetics, you'll find the Indian Wells Platinum Realtors Group, where you can learn more about becoming a part of this world-class community. A few booths down, Eisenhower Medical Center offers complimentary chair massages from 11 to 4 daily. They come highly recommended.
Time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's getting erratic. He's sparkle all of a sudden.
Mr. Ѓоковиќ is challenging for the left bottom line. The ball is gone.
He's under pressure here, Novak Ѓoković, for the first time in this match. Challenging the call. Absolutely miles out.
Too long. Mr. Ѓoković has one challenge.
Foņini, 30 love here. Both of the matches so far on this court have gone all the way, the full distance.
Out. Mr. Foņini's challenge the call at the right service line. The ball is gone.
Ball was called out. That's from the chair umpire. Right call. For the racket, didn't catch it at all.
One challenge.
This is Foņini's big moment. A moment that the many thousands inside this arena were not expecting. But Foņini with his set point here. And we will go the distance. This is extraordinary. Fabio Foņini digging deep and taking Novak Ďoković to a third and final set here at Indian Wells.
Time. Final set.
Well, their last
Novak
meeting at the
Ďoković
Olympics at Wimbledon went the distance. Ďoković came out on top there. With the dark skies under the bright floodlights here on the main court here at Indian Wells, Novak Ѓokovиќ has been punished for some real sloppy slack play.
Love 15. Mr. Foњini's challenger call with the right near sideline. The ball was called out.
Just about.
Stand
Not far away.
15 all.
Well done, sir.
Mr. Foњini has 2 challenges.
Oh, brilliant from Foњini. That's top class. Such composure. Such coolness. Such response from the world number one.
30.
Well, Fabio Foњini
30-14.
is just pulling rabbits out of hats here. What a return winner that is. Break point in the opening game of this third and final set. Let's put everything into this. Foњini. A lot of balls. Certainly had Ďoković on the ropes there. Ďoković just lowering his head and his shoulders slumped then after that call was made. Ooh, now then. Just the wrong side of the line. Swings the advantage back Ďoković's way. Fognini's point! Brilliant! What toughness he's showing here. And Ďoković is second best at the moment. Wonderful point. Juice.
Time violation, one in Ďoković.
Oh, now then, time violation for Ďoković.
28.
It's going against him. So already having the advantage in the time violation. Ďoković now back with that advantage. And a chance to wrap up this first game once and for all. Oh, it's long. Not if Fognini has anything to do with it. Showing some magnificent mental, physical toughness here, Fognini. What a response. Not quite. He was blown out of the water in the first set.
Ďoković.
So the net comes to Ďoković's help, and the first game is his, and he's got a look on his face.
No, I know, that is a reason that you didn't get, both of you guys didn't get before, because I know that
anger really about the time violation.
It's difficult, you know, you lose 10 seconds until you ask for a towel and balls.
Trying to make them work faster.
Explaining
remember,
the reason why, probably.
When you toss it, not when you bounce and in the line. That is the point.
Okay.
That's when players getting towels and drinks and what have you these days. Time ticks away, and you've got to be ready. You've got to be at the line, and you've got to be ready within a certain amount of time. Ďoković acknowledging was over the time allowed. He's got the look of a player though who is intent now and doing some damage. Nope. Cushion volley. Way off court. Chance that for Ďoković. Extraordinary day it has been. Mardy Fish, Andy Murray, and now Novak Ďoković struggling to get through their respective matches. Fish and Murray scraping through. Songa to come next against James Blake. This is far from over. Much better from Ďoković. Chance of a break here. And if he was to some damage here, it's far from certain that he will go on and win the match. We've had many a twist and turn. Fine response from Foņini. Ďoković simply without the answers.
Advantage Foņini. Game Foņini.
Fabio Foņini won't go away.
One game on.
Ďoković, very fast start to this match. He's had a incredibly fast start to the season. Struggling here though, Novak Ďoković. Oh, too good. Just too good from the Italian.
Love 15.
To pierce the middle of the court, Ѓokoviќ effectively on that occasion.
Oh. 30-15. Say 15.
So he keeps himself in front just about Novak Ďoković. But he's being pushed and pushed by Foņini. 2 games to 1.
You can take another towel for him, please.
Insurance was born online and built to save you money on car insurance. See how much time, hassle, and money you could save today at insurance.com. Give yourself a treat. Come by the Eisenhower Medical Center booth. Complimentary chair massages available daily from 11 to 4.
Time.
Well, everybody has enjoyed themselves here today. They're all on the telly.
Sit quickly, please. Thank you.
For what is unfolding in front of their eyes is a wonderful tennis match. Two good mates off the court.
At the back of the court, please. Take your seats. Players are waiting. Thank you.
Just takes one mistake, though, from either of these players. It could be the end of the journey here at Indian Wells. Foņini has been heroic.
Long.
Ďoković opting not to challenge.